Hello. I'm going to show you guys a campaign codex I created for my world building. Um, this is a blank record, and the type is autofill. So we have region, right? Gives you all these fields. Area gives you different fields. Faction gives you different fields. You want to set a certain scene. All of these have different information that you can put in. So you have a very heavy quest, right, where you want to track all kinds of stuff. Well, you can do it. Anything that you put in this field. Um, Here's a settlement sheet, right? Economy of resources, trade goods, what they need, what they're short on. NPCs. If you want to flesh out each NPC, you can drop an image to the box. Just a little visual representation of what it is. Timeline, plots, right? Religion. Or you can do whatever you want. So say I type castle, right? Now I've got a generic sheet, and I can add any information I want, right? I create a label, whatever it is, how we're going to use it in a plot. It's in 3 chapters, right? GM area notes that don't share. It's pretty simple to create just about any record you want. And then when the record is created, you filled it all out, everything works, right? I have a sample here of Chiliax, which is a country in Pathfinder's world, Golarion. If I share this with the player, you can see over here on the left all this stuff. So anything that you want the players to know in this, and here I'll show you in real time. If I get rid of these here, all the information goes away, and they pretty much just have a simple summary. Pronunciation, right? Largest city, ruler as they learn information, whatever it may be, right? You could make this a simple sheet, you could make it a complicated sheet. Here I added some hexes. So if you're exploring a hex map, right, you could share this with the player. This is what the players would get. And as they figure it out, right, they could know the number, the name, whatever information you want in here that they may get. Or you can just use it and drop it to a map and use it as a GM record, right? It doesn't have to be anything or everything. It's just a way to do it. Here's a bandit encounter. Encounter with wolves. There's a location, right? It's just an old farm outside of town. You can link images to it. This will accept just about anything. I don't know that I've tried everything, but most things will work, right? For some reason to have that item as part of that particular scene or in that hex, like that could be their goal, so it's part of the quest. The other thing that's included in the campaign codex is timers. So this is kind of how they're pretty much set up in Daggerheart, but I added roll thresholds so that as a whatever this timer is, right? This is the BBEG, and he's working on his evil plan, right? You can just advance the beast hides, right? So as you advance, people start going missing, right? You can also roll on it. So at 20%, they lose progress. At 45%, they gain progress. Burp. So they lose progress. Something happened in their timeline, right? No idea what it is, but it allows for you to just roll randomly, and it's just doing number generation in the background here. Or you can just advance it, right? This is the stages. You can add whatever text you want in here. These are reminders, right? If you're gonna check once every session or check once every, month on the calendar, whatever it is, you could add that, to click the timer button on that day, right? You know that that's there, so you can check it and see what it is when you get there, tracking your campaign. It's pretty simple, pretty robust. I spent a lot of time trying to come up with all these different fields that may be useful, right? So here's Chiliax, and here's an example. Like, we start sharing information with the players, it just shares it with them, right? They have access to that. This can be just dropped to a map. It's a big overland map, right? Chiliax's territory, whatever it may be. You can play with it however you like. This also would integrate into the party sheet that I made for Overland Exploration, right? If this was a token of a certain hex you wanted, it will take you to that when you click on that token. It can be an image, it could be a portrait, whatever you want it to be. Allows for campaign tracking. Obviously, all these can be dropped on a map anywhere you want, right? That's pretty much it. I just kind of threw this together for an example. Thanks for watching.